Hello Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name's Ella and I'll be doing your reading for February. Just know that I'll be doing a reading once a month, so definitely come and check in for next month's reading. I do want to say that if for whatever reason this reading does not resonate, just leave it with people that need to hear it. I communicate with my guides and meditate beforehand to get messages, and it's for the people, messages for the people that really need to hear something specific right now. So again, if it's not resonating, that's okay. I also believe that as a sign, each sign kind of has like a certain theme. So kind of take the message that I give you and maybe tweak it in a way that it might make sense, because again, it's the theme, so keep that in mind. And like I said, I meditate beforehand, I get messages from my guides, and then I kind of take the tarot cards and it just validates what it is that I kind of meditated on and all the messages that I got prior. So I did already meditate, and I'm getting it's been a theme with every sign so far, but nobody is doing any self-care. I feel like we need to do a side video at the end of this, just like what we need to do to ground ourselves or something, because man, nobody's doing self-care, and I'm so shocked because it's the new year and we should be going into the new year like putting ourselves first and new year, new me, and it's just like not happening. And I know, like, I feel like we're putting that in our head, we're just not doing anything about it. So I did get a lot of I'm a yes man, not a no. Like, I never say no. I'm always yes, yes, yes. And it's almost like I'm putting, again, everyone else before myself. That's the feeling I'm getting. And I'm spread so thin. Like, no time left to just sit and watch TV almost. I mean, it's a lot. And I'm getting this message because my guides are wanting you to know that there are repercussions for not taking the time to do something for yourself. I think not even for yourself, but to really spread yourself that thin. For a lot of you, I'm getting, when it comes to the repercussions, that it's like the things that you are giving and or doing could lead to a delay for you. So I'm getting, for whatever reason, like finances. I don't know if somebody's asking for money, and it could just be your time, but I don't know if it could be someone's asking you for money and you care so much. Like, you guys are so emotionally not attached, but like linked to things, and just so emotional in general. So like when someone comes and like kind of like gives you like their heartbreaking story, you kind of just want to like help in any way you can, and you're so emotionally, oh hi, here's my dog, hello, I mean, welcome to my happy chaos. You're so emotionally attuned, and I can see that like it hurts you to see someone else hurt. And so if finances is somehow in a question, or like you take care of this, like you go out to dinner and you pay for everybody's dinner, like it could be something little like that. I think there is some kind of repercussion for that financially. Like, you are not right now, I don't see it that it's a good idea to really risk putting your finances out there as like an option to help somebody. As much as that's amazing to do, trust me, like I think if that's, there's no way out or whatever, and you feel like you have to help and you're a good person, like do it, right? But I think for yourself, there's a caution that financially this is not the right time for doing that. And you do have to put yourself first at some point in time. I am getting like, again, repercussion in the sense that you are going to give yourself a delay because you are focusing on other people instead of manifesting your life. And again, that's where I'm like feeling the spread thin kind of statement, because it does feel like you are just putting yourself in every little place possible, and people kind of like expect that because they're so used to you saying yes. So, like, this is kind of like a lesson in a sense. Let me pull some oracle. So, the way I'm going to do things now is I'm going to pull some oracle. We're going to go into tarot, and then I'm going to flip the camera so we can get a view of everything and kind of talk about it that way. But let's start with the oracle. And I'm sorry, my dog is a lot and needy, and his dad is not here, and there's 2 other ones, so just bear with me. I'm hoping I don't have to redo the video, because if they bark, I'm gonna have to, and I'm not posting that, but sharing my happy chaos. No, they're amazing, but okay. What message do we have? Okay. Yeah, and then, okay. Makes sense. So the first card that came out is rescue. And I'm getting a double meaning for that. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is an ending. I thought I read that wrong. Ending. So, I feel like I gotta this is like a little bit of tough love. The double meaning in the rescue card I'm getting is you're trying to rescue everybody else, but it's time for you to rescue yourself. And the double meaning, again, it's great that you are the kind person, that you care so much and do everything, but I think it's time that you need to do that for yourself. And it's time to be a no person. And it's interesting because when I was seeing my therapist, I was a people pleaser, and I was always a yes person, and it was just pained me to do some things because I really didn't want to do it. It's just, that's who I was. I had trauma I had to work through, and just hearing my therapist say just try saying no and see if you have a bad reaction, maybe we'll talk about it then. But if you don't, that's kind of desensitizing, because I think a lot of the thing is you expect when you say no that people will get mad at that, and I don't necessarily, after experiencing that, think that anyone really has a negative effect of you saying no to them. I mean, obviously saying it in a nice way possible, right? You're not going to be no, but I don't know. And then what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, ending. Your guys are kind of trying to say, there's also a lot of meanings behind this one as well. So this people-pleasing thing and being a no person is kind of the ending to that. And they are trying to push for that. They're wanting you to be the no person. End that kind of track record that you have. That's really the main message that I'm getting. And I feel, because this card, it's you're walking away from that. But it's so healing. The light, it just feels wow, you're taking your power back. And there's nothing wrong with doing what makes you feel right. Yes, say yes to the things that's going to make you feel good, but don't say yes to the things that is going to bring you so much negativity. And again, that's the setback. There's going to be a setback. You're focusing on other people. You're also bringing in negative energy if you're not wanting to do it. You're dreading doing it. There's so much tied to that into manifesting. So keep that in mind. Let's pull some cards, and then we're going to flip the screen. Oh, that's not it. I'm so sorry. I had to pause that because their dad came home, and of course, yeah. So, happy chaos. But I didn't want to start over because this message was so, good. But anyway, so let's pull some tarot. I promise this won't happen often, but, who doesn't want to see a dog, I guess. So let me pull some tarot right now. yeah. All right. So I have the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Magician, Knight of Pentacles, and Page of Cups and Judgment. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera so you can see the cards and we can go over them. Okay, so here's the view of the cards. So we have the Oracle cards right up here. Just leaving it for reference. And I'm going to start with, because a lot of this makes sense. So I'm going to start with the Ace of Swords. The reversal of the Ace of Swords kind of feels like chaotic energy, that you're just kind of confused and unsure of what to really do. And I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense because you're kind of stuck in your own way, because and this is kind of like this section, which I'll get into it, but you have the feeling of you're unable to do something for yourself because you care so much, you empathize, you feel so bad, or you don't want to let anyone down. Just again, we're going to come back to this. This is kind of talking about that more, but you are just confused in that sense and what you don't see coming, the Magician. I want to talk about this in two different aspects. So the message that your guides kind of want you to know is like, what you put out into the universe is what you kind of receive, right? It's the card of manifesting. And what this card I feel like is trying to say is just to tap into your full potential. Like, I think you right now have been holding back, not holding back, but kind of putting your manifestation, is just how I'm going to say it, to the side. I see you, again, putting other people first and your dreams second because you just don't have time. And like your goals and things that you want to do during the day, you just don't have time. I feel like you wake up and you're like, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and then you get a phone call and it's like, okay, well, never mind. And I think like this is like willpower. I think it's like mind over matter. I think it's all kind of in your head in a sense that, again, and I've said this before I flipped the screen, no one's going to be mad at you for saying no. No one's going to care, really. It's kind of like when we have these thoughts about, oh, if I do this, like this person's going to make fun of me, or I'm going to be judged, or whatever. And like realistically, no one even remembers you did something and or don't even realize that happened, or whatever the case may be. And I think a lot of that is kind of just in our own head. So now I'm going to go to the Knight of Pentacles and Page of Cups. Specifically, the Knight of Cups, what I'm getting is that you kind of need, or like you feel like people see you, or okay, let me reword myself. I feel like you expect and or want and don't want to let anybody down, in the sense that you want them to think that you are a reliable person, which is what the Knight of Pentacles, is. It's just that like grounded, reliable, always there kind of person. And like committed to, and you've been that way. You've shown that to everybody at this point. But again, there's delays. You're not taking time for yourself. You're not doing things that are right for you. And so with the Page of Cups, I'm getting that this is like a childlike kind of card, and obviously with the water, it's emotions and all that. You are being faced with a difficult situation, which is like picking yes or no. Do I do it? Do I not do it? And this is like having your head in the clouds. Like, it seems to me like you did obviously stop chasing your dreams. Maybe not stopped it completely, but again, delay. And I keep kind of referencing that because I think that's the main thing your guides want you to do. Like, they seriously want things to end, because I think what they see for you in the future is just not happening as quickly as it should. And then we have the judgment card that came out. And with this, it's really the judgment of yourself. That's what I'm really feeling the most, is just kind of reevaluating yourself, like self-evaluating almost, because you are prioritizing the wrong thing. And again, it's as beautiful as that is. I feel like there's been a few readings where I've gotten a lot of people pleasing recently, and it's just amazing to know that there are people that put themselves last, but that we need to kind of take care of ourselves and be selfish to an extent. Maybe not all the time, maybe, obviously for the greater good, but we are just not doing things for ourselves anymore. And it's just so sad to me that, like, I guess, I don't know if society is putting this pressure on ourselves. Trauma, who knows? I don't know. But it kind of is coming to a point where we have to weigh out our actions and see what is going to benefit us. Now, I'm not saying say no to everything, right? I'm saying, what is going to benefit you? Is this situation, like, if you help X, Y, and Z, is that going to be beneficial in some way? Now, I did mention the fact that there might be finances involved with the Knight of Pentacles. That's kind of finances. It's another thing, like, people financially are relying on you. So, again, I feel like your guides are kind of saying something in that regard, that, like, this is not the right time. Be cautious about that. If you have to help someone, you have to help someone. That's okay. But just know that you need to start putting your foot down and setting boundaries. I think this is like your chapter for the next season. And I'm hoping that, we can kind of like get to this get through this lesson, so the next reading we're not kind of circling back to the same kind of theme. So let me flip that over so we can talk about this a little more face to face. So I am getting this theme coming across from pretty much every sign, where we're just not putting ourselves first. We're not being selfish. We're not taking the time to take care of ourselves. And you're kind of getting that, like, point blank. You need to save yourself just as much as you're saving everybody else. This may not resonate with everyone, but I do feel, again, that there is financial kind of like help that you are giving, and it's also time, right? And it doesn't have to be, but I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of in that situation. But again, that's just, if you are happy doing it, totally different situation, right? Like, I feel like if you weren't sitting and complaining about it, then these cards would never have showed up. But I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of like upset or frustrated with the fact that people keep asking you to do things or ask for help, and it's like, yeah, like, I have to help myself first, but you do it anyway. And that is putting out negative energy. That's just point blank. That's how it works. Don't know what to tell you. As much as you're doing kind deed, you are energetically emitting something different, and that delay, and you are manifesting things. I mean, this is the Magician, like, put that willpower to use for the good, because you don't have to be, the person that everyone relies on. You don't have to be that. I mean, yes, like, it's nice that you are here and there and that they can count on you, but, like, you have to count on yourself too. Like, I think that people are missing that aspect, that everyone can count on you, but can you count on yourself? And if the answer is no, you kind of have to sit down and, like, reevaluate your situation. I mean, this is pretty much everything that your guides, and the guides really do want to see this. I think this has been like a theme and a long time coming situation. They're kind of over it. It's just like, end, done, let's go. Like, we need this to be the next, because you have, like, they want you to have a different reading. They want you to have a new chapter and move on. And obviously this is going to be work, and I feel like for a few of you, maybe you have been working on this, but it's like, okay, like, it's kind of like the person that keeps going back to their toxic ex. It's like, okay, like, when did you not learn your lesson? Like, you know, like, I'm getting that feeling. Like, stop going back to your toxic ex. Wow, I can't talk. But yeah, I think your next reading, if you stick to trying to work on yourself and kind of put your foot down, set boundaries, can be totally different. So try to work on that and come back for the next month and see what the reading is. Are you on the right path? Are you on the right direction? Have you progressed? Like, I think it's good to, like, kind of just do a little check-in here and there. But I appreciate you guys supporting me and listening. I hope to see you guys on the next one. Stay wild and stay witchy.